Welcome to the Bible in a Year, Old and New Testament Bible Reading Plan for 2025, Audio Edition. August 25th, Psalm 124, 125, 126, 127. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verses 1 to 24. Psalm chapter 124. A song for pilgrims ascending to Jerusalem. A psalm of David. Sup. What if the Lord had not been on our side? Let all Israel repeat. Sup. What if the Lord had not been on our side? When people attacked us, sup, they would have swallowed us alive. In their burning anger, sup, the waters would have engulfed us. A torrent would have overwhelmed us. Sup, yes, the raging waters of their fury would have overwhelmed our very lives. Sup, praise the Lord, who did not let their teeth tear us apart. Sup, we escaped like a bird from a hunter's trap. The trap is broken and we are free. Sup, our help is from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Psalm 125. A song for pilgrims ascending to Jerusalem. Sup. Those who trust in the Lord are as secure as Mount Zion. They will not be defeated, but will endure forever. Sup. Just as the mountains surround Jerusalem, so the Lord surrounds his people, both now and forever. Sup. The wicked will not rule the land of the godly, for then the godly might be tempted to do wrong. Sup. O Lord, do good to those who are good, whose hearts are in tune with you. Sup. But banish those who turn to crooked ways. O Lord, take them away with those who do evil. May Israel have peace. Psalm 126. A song for pilgrims ascending to Jerusalem. Sup. When the Lord brought back his exiles to Jerusalem, it was like a dream. Sup. We were filled with laughter, and we sang for joy. And the other nations said, what amazing things the Lord has done for them. Sup. Yes, the Lord has done amazing things for us. What joy! Sup. Restore our fortunes, Lord, as streams renew the desert. Sup. Those who plant in tears will harvest with shouts of joy. Sup. They weep as they go to plant their seed, but they sing as they return with the harvest. Psalm 127. A song for pilgrims ascending to Jerusalem. A psalm of Solomon. Sup. Unless the Lord builds a house, the work of the builders is wasted. Unless the Lord protects a city, guarding it with sentries will do no good. Sup. It is useless for you to work so hard, from early morning until late at night, anxiously working for food to eat, for God gives rest to his loved ones. Sup. Children are a gift from the Lord. They are a reward from him. Sup. Children born to a young man are like arrows in a warrior's hands. Sup. How joyful is the man whose quiver is full of them. He will not be put to shame when he confronts his accusers at the city gates. 1 Corinthians 7, verses 1 to 24. Instruction on marriage. Now, regarding the questions you asked in your letter, yes, it is good to abstain from sexual relations. Sup. But because there is so much sexual immorality, each man should have his own wife, and each woman should have her own husband. Sup. The husband should fulfill his wife's sexual needs, and the wife should fulfill her husband's needs. Sup. The wife gives authority over her body to her husband, and the husband gives authority over his body to his wife. Sup. Do not deprive each other of sexual relations, unless you both agree to refrain from sexual intimacy for a limited time, so you can give yourselves more completely to prayer. Afterward, you should come together again, so that Satan won't be able to tempt you because of your lack of self-control. Sup. I say this as a concession, not as a command. Sup. But I wish everyone were single, just as I am. Yet each person has a special gift from God, of one kind or another. Sup. So I say to those who aren't married and to widows, it's better to stay unmarried just as I am. Sup/sup. But if they can't control themselves, they should go ahead and marry. It's better to marry than to burn with lust. Sup/sup. But for those who are married, I have a command that comes not from me, but from the Lord. A wife must not leave her husband. Sup/sup. But if she does leave him, let her remain single, or else be reconciled to him. And the husband must not leave his wife. Sup/sup. Now, I will speak to the rest of you, though I do not have a direct command from the Lord. If a fellow believer has a wife who is not a believer, and she is willing to continue living with him, he must not leave her. Sup/sup. And if a believing woman has a husband who is not a believer, and he is willing to continue living with her, she must not leave him. Sup/sup. For the believing wife brings holiness to her marriage, and the believing husband brings holiness to his marriage. Otherwise, your children would not be holy, but now they are holy. Sup/sup. But if the husband or wife who isn't a believer insists on leaving, let them go. In such cases, the believing husband or wife is no longer bound to the other, for God has called you to live in peace. Sup/sup. Don't you wives realize that your husbands might be saved because of you? And don't you husbands realize that your wives might be saved because of you? Sup/sup. Each of you should continue to live in whatever situation the Lord has placed you, and remain as you were when God first called you. This is my rule for all the churches. Sup/sup. For instance, a man who was circumcised before he became a believer should not try to reverse it, and the man who was uncircumcised when he became a believer should not be circumcised now. Sup/sup. For it makes no difference whether or not a man has been circumcised. The important thing is to keep God's commandments. Sup/sup. Yes, each of you should remain as you were when God called you. Sup/sup. Are you a slave? Don't let that worry you. But if you get a chance to be free, take it. Sup/sup. And remember, if you were a slave when the Lord called you, you are now free in the Lord. And if you were free when the Lord called you, you are now a slave of Christ. Sup/sup. God paid a high price for you, so don't be enslaved by the world. Sup/sup. Each of you, dear brothers and sisters, should remain as you were when God first called you. Thank you for joining as we read through the Bible in 1 year. This has been day 237.